the last time I was here, the last time I was in this same space, I told the story of a young man who came at the very tail end of a Portland event, and he started throwing out these Polaroid photographs. That was you? Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, let me tell a story. You know, like all of my books, so much of what is told is about the teller rather than about the thing itself. And in a way, Rant becomes sort of the hollow center, the cipher, the symbol that other people project themselves into. And so really that is, you know, Rant is the symbol in what Rant means for all these other people, in the way that, you know, anything that you create becomes kind of a symbol for yourself. You're doing a self-portrait no matter what it is, simply because you're doing it and you've chosen to do that thing. And more importantly, Rant is really another, if you want to talk about common themes in all of my work, Rant is just a presentation, depiction of a limnoid experience. And according to anthropologists, sociologists, limnoid experiences are things that we take part in outside of our ordinary lives that are sort of social experiments. You give up your social status and your identity, and you enter into sort of a common society with other people in a sort of spirit of general affection, which is called communitas. And it's within these sort of laboratories of social structure that new societies and new civilizations, new cultures are invented, that people experiment with personal identities and their relationships to each other, and they invent new ones. So all of my books have been a depiction, whether they're Fight Club or the Brandy Alexander Witness Nipple Relocation Project. They're all depictions of limnoid societies. And that's really the ongoing engine that drives all of my books. Okay, we're going to have to do another question. If you can't decide, I'm not going to decide, okay? In the novel Fight Club, what day of the week is it if the boss is wearing his gray tie? Okay. What does my mother think about my work? You just can't operate from that place, okay? Because you will never write anything. Seriously. You know, I think that, you know, she probably read Fight Club and didn't understand a word of it, but she was happy. And she really didn't think this whole book thing was going to work out until she called me from a Costco one day. And she said, they have a whole palette of your book Lullaby. She says, this book thing is really working for you, isn't it? She was so terrified when I quit my full-time job that she had to see, you know, 5,500 copies in a pile before she felt safe. And since then, I don't think she reads my work, and for good reason. Yeah. But, you know, if you're a writer, you just cannot figure that into the equation. You know, God bless them. People typically read the work and they think it's always about them. So she read Invisible Monsters, and I remember her coming to me and saying, how long have you wanted to be a woman? We all digest our experience by making a story out of it. And some stories, some experiences are so extreme that we seldom have the social permission to tell those stories. And now that's the type of story that I think people feel safe telling me, because they know that I'm not going to be shocked, that I'm going to listen to them. And that eventually, if I do make it part of something, I'm going to honor it in some way. And that there's not a lot of places where they can tell stories like that. Who here has never been to an author event before? Great. You should come to more. You should see what Barbara Kingsolver throws out. Margaret Atwood does something just like this.